Rockefeller's passive income secret. The secret that built an empire. My friend, let me ask you something. How would your life change if money kept flowing into your bank account, whether you worked or not? Whether you were awake or asleep? Whether you were healthy or sick? Whether you showed up or stayed home? What if your money made money while you did absolutely nothing? This isn't a fantasy. This isn't a dream. This is exactly how John D. Rockefeller built the greatest fortune in American history. And today, you're going to learn his secret. The same secret that allowed him to make more money in his sleep than most people make in a year of hard work. The same secret that created wealth that lasted for generations. Here's what most people don't understand. Rockefeller didn't get rich from working hard. He got rich from building assets that paid him forever. Assets that generated income 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. While others traded time for money, Rockefeller built systems that made money without his time. While others worked harder, he worked smarter. While others stayed trapped in the cycle of labor, he created freedom through passive income. And here's what's exciting. You can do the same thing. You can build the same type of assets. You can create the same type of passive income. You can achieve the same type of freedom. But first, you need to understand what passive income really is, and what it isn't. Poor people think passive income is a myth. They think you have to work hard for every dollar. They trade hours for dollars their entire lives. They retire broke or work until they die. Rich people know passive income is real. They build it systematically. They create assets that generate cash flow. They achieve financial freedom while poor people stay trapped. The difference? Understanding. Strategy. Action. Rockefeller understood passive income at a deep level. He didn't just stumble into wealth, he engineered it. He built a system of assets that generated massive cash flow without requiring his constant presence or effort. By age 40, his passive income exceeded what most people earn in a lifetime. He could have stopped working and lived in luxury forever. But he didn't stop. He kept building. He kept creating assets. He kept generating more and more passive income. Why? Because he understood something profound. Passive income isn't just about making money. It's about freedom. It's about control. It's about legacy. It's about building something that lasts beyond your lifetime. And that's exactly what you're going to learn today. If this is resonating with you, do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because we're building a community of people who refuse to trade time for money forever. People who are committed to building passive income and achieving financial freedom. And I want you to be part of this movement. Here's what we're going to cover. What passive income really is. The different types of passive income assets. How Rockefeller built his passive income empire. The specific strategies you can use starting today. The mistakes that destroy passive income. And the step-by-step plan to build assets that pay you forever. This isn't theory. This isn't motivational fluff. This is the actual system that created one of the greatest fortunes in history, and it can work for you too. Are you ready? Let's dive in. The difference between active and passive income. Here's where we need to start. Because most people don't understand the fundamental difference between active income and passive income, and this misunderstanding keeps them broke their entire lives. Active income is money you earn by trading your time. You work, you get paid. You stop working, the money stops. This is what 95% of people rely on their entire lives. A job is active income. You show up, work your hours, collect your paycheck. Miss work, no pay. Quit the job, income stops immediately. This is trading time for money, and it's a trap. Why is it a trap? Because time is limited. There are only 24 hours in a day. You can only work so many hours. Your income has a ceiling. Your earning power is capped by time. Even high-income professionals, doctors, lawyers, consultants, are trapped. They make good money, yes, but they're still trading time for dollars. They stop working, the income stops. They're highly paid slaves to time. This is what poor people don't understand. They think a high salary means wealth, but it doesn't. A high salary without passive income just means you're a well-paid worker. You're still trapped. You still can't stop working. Passive income is completely different. Passive income is money you earn without trading your time. Money that flows in whether you work or not. Income that continues even while you sleep. This is income from assets, from systems, from things that generate cash flow without requiring your constant presence or effort. Think about it this way. Active income requires your presence. Passive income doesn't. Active income stops when you stop. Passive income continues forever. Active income is limited by time. Passive income is unlimited. Rockefeller understood this distinction at a deep level. Early in his career, he realized that working for a salary would never make him wealthy. No matter how high the salary, it was still trading time for money. And time was limited, so he shifted his focus. Instead of maximizing his salary, he focused on building assets. Assets that would generate income without his time. Assets that would pay him forever. He started with small investments. He bought stocks in other companies. He invested in real estate. He loaned money at interest. These were his first passive income assets. At first, the passive income was small, maybe a few dollars per month, but he reinvested it. The passive income grew. He bought more assets. The income compounded. Within a few years, something magical happened. His passive income exceeded his salary from his job. Think about what this means. He was making more money from his assets than from his labor. That's when everything changed. That's when he achieved financial freedom. Because now he had a choice. He could keep working if he wanted, but he didn't have to. His assets paid him whether he worked or not. This is the power of passive income. This is what separates the wealthy from the broke. This is what creates freedom. Poor people rely 100% on active income. They have one source of income, their job. They trade time for money. They work until they retire. Then they hope their savings last until they die. Rich people build multiple streams of passive income. They have assets generating cash flow. They make money while they sleep. They achieve freedom while others stay trapped. And here's what's crucial to understand. You can't achieve financial freedom through active income alone. Impossible. Because active income requires your time, and you only have so much time. The only path to financial freedom is passive income. Building assets that generate cash flow. Creating systems that make money without your constant presence. Now, let me be clear about something. Passive income isn't completely passive at first. You have to build it. You have to create the assets. You have to set up the systems. There's work involved up front, sometimes significant work. But here's the key. You do the work once, and you get paid forever. You build the asset once, and it generates income for years or decades. Active income. Work every day, get paid once. Passive income. Work once, get paid forever. See the difference? Active income is linear. 1 hour of work equals 1 hour of pay. Passive income is exponential. 1 period of work equals unlimited payments. Rockefeller was willing to put in the work up front to build assets. He was willing to delay gratification. He was willing to invest time in building systems that would pay him forever. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to shift from active income thinking to passive income thinking. from trading time for money to building assets that generate cash flow. This mindset shift is everything, because poor people think in terms of paychecks. Rich people think in terms of cash flow from assets. Poor people ask, how much does this job pay? Rich people ask, what assets can I build with this income? So here's your first action step. Calculate your current active versus passive income. How much of your income comes from trading your time? How much comes from assets? For most people, it's 100% active, 0% passive. If that's you, don't feel bad. That's where everyone starts. But now you know better. Now you understand the difference. Your goal from this point forward is to shift the ratio, to gradually increase passive income while decreasing dependence on active income, to build assets that generate cash flow, to achieve financial freedom. This is what Rockefeller did. This is what every wealthy person does. And this is what you're going to learn to do. Remember, active income keeps you trapped. Passive income sets you free. Trading time for money has a ceiling. Building assets has no limits. Which path are you on? And which path do you want to be on? The 5 types of passive income assets Rockefeller built. Now that you understand the difference between active and passive income, let's talk about the specific types of assets that generate passive income. Rockefeller built 5 main types of passive income assets. And here's what's exciting. You can build the same types of assets today. The vehicles are different, but the principles are exactly the same. Asset Type 1. Ownership stakes in businesses. This was Rockefeller's primary source of passive income. He owned pieces of businesses. These businesses operated, generated profits, and paid him dividends, all without him having to run the daily operations. This is ownership income. You own a piece of a business. The business makes money. You get paid. Rockefeller started by buying stocks in other companies, small stakes at first. But these stocks paid dividends, cash that showed up whether he worked or not. Then he built his own business, Standard Oil. But here's the key. He built it to run without him. He hired managers. He created systems. He built a business that generated profits whether he was present or not. This is how business ownership creates passive income. You own it, but you don't have to operate it. The business makes money. You collect profits. Today, you can do the same thing. You can buy stocks in publicly traded companies. These companies pay dividends, passive income. You can buy index funds that own hundreds of companies, more passive income. You can invest in businesses as a silent partner, passive income. The principle is the same. Ownership creates income. You don't have to work in the business, you just have to own part of it. Asset Type 2. Real estate that generates rent. Rockefeller invested heavily in real estate, not to flip, not to speculate, to generate rental income, cash flow that came in every month whether he did anything or not. He bought residential properties and rented them out. He bought commercial buildings and leased them to businesses. He bought land and leased it to farmers. Every property was a passive income asset. Tenants paid rent. Rent covered expenses and generated profit. Profit went to Rockefeller, month after month, year after year. This is how real estate creates passive income. Buy property, rent it out, collect cash flow. The property appreciates over time, bonus. But the main benefit is the monthly cash flow. Today, you can do the same. Buy a rental property, rent it out, collect cash flow. Or invest in REITs, real estate investment trusts, that own hundreds of properties. Or crowdfund real estate investments online. The principle remains. Real estate generating rent equals passive income. You own the property. Tenants pay you. Month after month, forever. Asset Type 3. Loans that generate interest. Rockefeller was a lender. He loaned money to individuals and businesses. They paid him back with interest. The interest was passive income. This is how lending creates income. You have capital. Others need capital. You lend it to them. They pay you interest. You get your principal back plus the interest income. Rockefeller loaned money to entrepreneurs starting businesses. He loaned money to other companies expanding operations. He earned interest on all of it. Passive income flowing in continuously. Today, you can do the same. Peer-to-peer lending platforms allow you to loan money to individuals or businesses. They pay you back with interest, passive income. Or you can invest in bonds. Bonds are basically loans to companies or governments. They pay you interest, passive income. Or you can invest in high-yield savings accounts or CDs. Lower returns, but still passive interest income. The principle is the same. Capital earning interest equals passive income. Your money works for you. You don't work for money. Asset type 4. Intellectual property that generates royalties. Rockefeller understood the power of intellectual property. He patented processes. He trademarked brands. He copyrighted materials. All of these generated royalty income. Every time someone used his patented process, he got paid. Every time someone manufactured under his trademark, he got paid. Passive income from intellectual property. This is how IP creates income. You create something once. Copyright, patent, or trademark it. Others use it. You collect royalties. Forever. Today, this is easier than ever. Write a book. Earn royalties every time someone buys it. Create a course. Earn income every time someone purchases it. Create music or art. Earn royalties every time it's used. Build software. License it. Passive income. Create a blog with ads. Passive income. Build a YouTube channel with monetization. Passive income. The principle is the same. Create once, earn forever. Intellectual property generating royalties equals passive income. Step 2. Reinvest 100% of the passive income. Don't spend a penny. Every dollar goes back into building more assets. This is crucial. You're in the accumulation phase. Spending kills compounding. Step 3. Keep building and reinvesting. Month after month, year after year. The passive income grows. The assets multiply. The compounding accelerates. Step 4. Once passive income exceeds your expenses, you've achieved financial freedom. Now you can live off passive income. But even better, keep reinvesting some of it. Keep compounding. Build generational wealth. Rockefeller followed this exact strategy. He built assets. He reinvested passive income. He let it compound for decades. He never stopped even after achieving financial freedom. And that's why his wealth didn't just last his lifetime. It lasted for generations. His descendants are still wealthy today, over 80 years after his death, because he built compound passive income that continued growing long after he was gone. This is the power you're tapping into. Not just passive income, but compound passive income. Income that multiplies. Wealth that grows exponentially. Freedom that lasts forever. But it requires discipline. It requires patience. It requires resisting the urge to spend passive income as soon as you earn it. Poor people see passive income as extra spending money. Rich people see passive income as seeds to plant for exponential growth. Here's your action step. Commit to the compound passive income strategy. When you build your first passive income asset, commit to reinvesting 100% of the income for at least 5 years. Don't touch it. Don't spend it. Let it compound. Watch it grow. See the exponential curve begin. After 5 years, reassess. Your passive income will have grown significantly through compounding. Then you can decide, keep reinvesting 100% or start living off some while reinvesting the rest. But give it at least 5 years of pure compounding, because that's when the exponential growth really starts to show. Rockefeller gave it decades, and it created the greatest fortune in history. You can give it 5 years, and it will transform your financial life. Remember, passive income is good. Compound passive income is extraordinary. Adding is nice. Multiplying is powerful. Linear growth is okay. Exponential growth is life-changing. Choose compounding. Choose exponential growth. Choose the path that leads to massive wealth. The mistakes that destroy passive income. Now let's talk about what not to do. Because most people who try to build passive income fail. Not because passive income doesn't work, but because they make critical mistakes that destroy their progress. Rockefeller avoided these mistakes. That's partly why he succeeded while others failed. Let's go through the biggest mistakes so you can avoid them. Mistake 1. Spending passive income instead of reinvesting it. This is the biggest mistake, and it kills most people's passive income. Dreams. You build an asset. It starts generating passive income. $100 per month. You get excited. You think, extra spending money. You spend it on dinner, entertainment, stuff. Next month, another $100. You spend it again. Year after year, you're generating $100 per month, but that's all you'll ever generate, because you're consuming instead of compounding. Poor people see passive income as bonus spending money. Rich people see passive income as capital to reinvest. Rockefeller never spent his passive income during the accumulation phase. Every penny went back into building more assets. That's how $100 per month became $1,000 per month, then $10,000 per month, then millions. Your action step. Don't touch passive income for at least 5 years. Reinvest 100%. Let it compound. Watch it multiply. Mistake 2. Buying liabilities thinking they're assets. This mistake comes from financial ignorance. People buy things they think are assets, but are actually liabilities. They buy a new car with a loan. It's an asset. No, it's a liability. It loses value and costs money every month. It takes money out of your pocket. They buy a big house they can barely afford. Real estate is an asset. Not if it drains your cash flow. If it takes more money than it generates, it's a liability. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Simple definition, crystal clear. Rockefeller only bought assets, things that generated cash flow. He didn't waste money on liabilities disguised as assets. Your action step. Before buying anything, ask, does this put money in my pocket or take money out? If it takes money out, it's a liability. Avoid it. Mistake 3. Trying to get rich quick instead of building slow wealth. People want passive income overnight. They chase schemes promising fast money. They gamble on risky investments. They fall for scams. They lose money. They get discouraged. They quit. They decide passive income is a scam. But the problem wasn't passive income. The problem was trying to rush the process. Real passive income is built slowly, asset by asset, stream by stream, year by year. It compounds over time. There are no shortcuts. Rockefeller built his passive income over decades, not days, not months, decades. Slow, steady, systematic wealth building. Your action step. Commit to the long game. Expect slow growth at first. Trust the process. Let time and compounding work their magic. Asset Type 5. Systems that generate commissions. Rockefeller built systems where he earned commissions without doing the work himself. He created distribution networks. Others sold products. He earned a percentage. Passive income from other people's efforts. This is how systems create income. Build a system, others work within the system, you earn a percentage of what they generate. You get paid without doing the work yourself. Today, you can do the same. Build an affiliate marketing business. Others buy through your links, you earn commissions, passive income. Create a network marketing organization. Your team sells products. you earn commissions. Passive income from team efforts. Build an app with in-app purchases. Users buy, you earn a percentage. Passive income. The principle remains. Systems where you earn from others' efforts equal passive income. Build once, earn continuously. These are the 5 types of passive income assets. Rockefeller built all 5. You can build all 5. Or focus on 1 or 2 that match your skills and resources. But here's what's crucial. You must start. You must build at least one passive income stream, because active income alone will never set you free. Poor people rely on one income source, their job. Rich people build multiple passive income streams. Poor people trade time for money. Rich people build assets that generate cash flow. So here's your action step. Choose one type of passive income asset to build. Just one. Not all 5. Just one to start. Maybe it's buying dividend stocks. Maybe it's purchasing a rental property. Maybe it's creating an online course. Maybe it's starting an affiliate marketing site. Maybe it's investing in REITs. Choose one. Research it. Learn everything you can. Then take action. Build your first passive income asset. Because the journey to financial freedom starts with the first asset, the first stream of passive income, the first dollar you earn without trading your time. Rockefeller started small. His first passive income was tiny, but he started. He built one asset, then another, then another. Over time, these assets compounded into massive wealth. You can do the same. Starting today, starting now. Remember, poor people have one income source. Rich people have multiple passive income streams. Trading time for money keeps you trapped. Building assets sets you free. Which are you building? The power of compound passive income. Here's where passive income becomes truly powerful, and this is what most people completely miss. Passive income doesn't just add, it multiplies. It compounds. And when you reinvest passive income into more assets, the growth becomes exponential. Let me explain what Rockefeller understood about compound passive income. When he received his first passive income from dividends, he had a choice. He could spend it, or he could reinvest it into more assets that generate more passive income. He chose to reinvest. Always. Every dollar of passive income went into building more assets. More assets generated more passive income, which he reinvested into even more assets. This is compound passive income, and it's how you build massive wealth. Think about it mathematically. Say you build an asset that generates $100 per month in passive income. That's $1,200 per year. Nice, but not life-changing. But what if you reinvest that $1,200 into more assets? Now you have assets generating $2,400 per year. Reinvest that. Now you're generating $4,800 per year. Keep compounding. Within 10 years, you're generating $50,000 per year in passive income. Within 20 years, you're generating $500,000 per year, all from reinvesting. This is what poor people don't understand. They see small passive income and think that's not enough. So they spend it. They never let it compound. They never experience exponential growth. Rich people see small passive income and think, this is my seed. I'll plant it and watch it multiply. They reinvest. They compound. They wait patiently while the exponential growth works its magic. Rockefeller lived incredibly modestly for most of his life. Even as his passive income grew into thousands, then tens of thousands per year, he didn't increase his lifestyle. He reinvested everything. Why? Because he understood that every dollar spent on lifestyle is a dollar that can't compound. Every dollar consumed is a tree cut down instead of a seed planted. Here's the mathematical reality of compound passive income. If you build assets generating $1,000 per month and spend it all, you'll have $1,000 per month forever. Linear growth. But if you build assets generating $1,000 per month and reinvest it at 10% returns, after 10 years, you're generating $19,000 per month. After 20 years, you're generating $65,000 per month. After 30 years, you're generating $180,000 per month. Same starting point, completely different outcomes. Why? Compound passive income. This is the secret that Rockefeller used to build his fortune. Not just creating passive income, but reinvesting passive income to create more passive income. Compounding the compounding. And here's what's exciting. Time is on your side. The earlier you start, the more time compound passive income has to work. Start at age 25 building passive income and reinvesting it. By age 55, you could have massive passive income. Start at age 45? You'll have far less time for compounding. This is why Rockefeller started young. He was 16 when he began building his first passive income assets. By his early 30s, his passive income exceeded most people's active income. By his 40s, he was financially free forever. Time plus compound passive income equals wealth. But you need both. You need time, and you need to start. Poor people wait. They say, I'll start building passive income when I have more money. But they never have more money because they spend everything. They never build the first asset. Rich people start immediately, even with small amounts, because they understand that starting early and letting it compound is more powerful than waiting for perfect conditions. So here's the strategy for compound passive income. Step 1. Build your first passive income asset. Doesn't matter how small, just start. Maybe it generates $50 per month. That's fine. Start. Mistake 4. Putting all eggs in one basket. Some people build one passive income stream and think they're done. They put everything into one asset type, one investment, one strategy. Then, that asset fails. That investment crashes. That strategy stops working, and they lose everything. Diversification is crucial. Rockefeller had multiple passive income streams: stocks, real estate, bonds, business ownership. Multiple assets, multiple income streams. If one stream dried up, he had others. He was protected. His income was stable. Your action step: build multiple passive income streams. Don't rely on just one. Diversify across asset types. Protect yourself. Mistake 5. Giving up too soon. This is the saddest mistake. People start building passive income. They work for months. They see little results. They get discouraged. They quit. They were 6 months away from breakthrough. 6 months away from meaningful passive income, 6 months away from exponential growth beginning, but they quit, and they never know how close they were. Building passive income is hard at first. The returns are small. The growth is slow. It feels like you're getting nowhere. But then, compound growth kicks in. The exponential curve begins. Suddenly, everything accelerates. Assets multiply. Income grows rapidly, but you have to stick with it long enough to reach that point. Rockefeller never quit. He kept building, kept investing, kept reinvesting. Through economic crashes, through competition, through challenges. He never stopped. Your action step. Commit to at least 5 years of consistent action, no matter what, no matter how slow it seems. Trust the process. Mistake 6. Not educating yourself continuously. Passive income strategies evolve. Markets change. New opportunities emerge. Old strategies stop working. If you don't continuously educate yourself, you fall behind. Your strategies become outdated. Your results stagnate. Rockefeller read constantly. He studied markets. He analyzed trends. He learned from failures. He adapted his strategies. Your action step. Read 1 book per month about passive income, investing, or wealth building. Stay current. Keep learning. Adapt and grow. Mistake 7. Letting lifestyle inflation destroy your progress. This is sneaky. Your passive income starts growing. $500 per month, then $1,000 per month. You get excited. You upgrade your lifestyle. New car, bigger apartment, more entertainment. Your expenses grow to match your passive income growth. You're making more, but you're not getting ahead. You're on a treadmill, making more and spending more. Rockefeller kept his lifestyle fixed even as his income exploded. He lived the same way whether he made $1,000 per year or $1 million per year. Why? Because every dollar not spent on lifestyle could compound into more wealth. Your action step. As passive income grows, keep lifestyle fixed. Let the gap between income and expenses widen. Use that gap to build more assets. These 7 mistakes destroy more passive income dreams than anything else. Avoid them. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. Stay the course. Poor people make these mistakes and quit, concluding passive income doesn't work. Rich people avoid these mistakes and build massive wealth. Which will you be? The step-by-step system to build your first passive income stream. All right, my friend, you understand what passive income is. You know the types of assets. You understand compound growth. You know the mistakes to avoid. Now, let's get practical. Let's build your first passive income stream, step by step, starting with what you have right now. This is the system Rockefeller used, adapted for today. Practical, actionable, proven. Step 1. Get your financial foundation right. Before building passive income, you need a foundation. You can't build wealth on a broken foundation. First, eliminate high-interest debt. Credit cards charging 20% interest will destroy any passive income you try to build. You can't earn 10% on investments while paying 20% on debt. Math doesn't work. Attack credit card debt first. Pay it off. Get free from the high-interest chains. Second, build a small emergency fund. $1,000 minimum. This prevents you from going back into debt when unexpected expenses hit. Third, get your budget under control. You need to spend less than you earn. You need a gap between income and expenses. That gap is what you'll use to build assets. Rockefeller started here. He lived below his means. He saved aggressively. He created a gap. That gap became capital. Capital became assets. Assets became passive income. Your action step. Clean up high-interest debt. Build a $1,000 emergency fund. Create a budget with a gap between income and expenses. Step 2. Save your first investment capital. You need capital to build assets, even small amounts, but you need to start somewhere. Use the pay yourself first principle. Every paycheck, take 10 to 20% off the top, before any other expense. This is your investment capital. Put it in a separate account. Don't touch it. Let it accumulate. This is sacred money. This is your freedom fund. This is what will build your passive income empire. How much do you need to start? Depends on the asset type. For dividend stocks, you can start with $100. For real estate crowdfunding, often $500 to $1,000. For a rental property, you'll need more. But start saving now. Every dollar you save is a soldier you're recruiting for your passive income army. Rockefeller saved obsessively. He paid himself first. He lived on what remained. He accumulated capital. Then he deployed that capital into assets. Your action step. Start paying yourself first. 10% minimum. Save until you have enough to purchase your first passive income asset. Step 3. Choose your first passive income vehicle. Don't try to build all 5 types at once. Choose one. Master it. Build it. Then add others later. Here's how to choose. If you have small capital, under $1,000, start with dividend stocks or index funds. Low barrier to entry, easy to start, simple to manage. If you have medium capital, $1,000 to $10,000, consider REITs, peer-to-peer lending, or online businesses like affiliate marketing or courses. If you have larger capital, $10,000 plus, consider rental real estate or business ownership. The key is to match your current resources with the appropriate vehicle. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start with what you have. Rockefeller started with what he had. Small investments at first. But he started. That's what matters. Your action step. Choose one passive income vehicle that matches your current capital and skills. Research it thoroughly. Become an expert. Step 4. Make your first investment. This is the scary part. Taking your hard-earned money and investing it into an asset. It feels risky. You're afraid of losing it. But here's the truth. Not investing is riskier than investing. Keeping money in a savings account guarantees you lose purchasing power to inflation. Investing gives you a chance to build wealth. Make your first investment small. Don't bet everything. Start conservative. Learn, adjust, grow. Rockefeller's first investments were tiny, but he took action. He didn't wait for perfect knowledge. He learned by doing. Buy your first dividend stock, or your first share of an index fund, or your first fractional real estate investment. Whatever you chose in step 3, do it. Your action step. Make your first investment this month. Even if it's small, take action. Join the game. Step 5. Reinvest your first passive income. When your asset generates its first passive income, you'll get excited. Maybe it's $10, maybe it's $50, maybe more. Don't spend it. Reinvest it immediately. Buy more of the same asset, or add a different asset, but reinvest. This is where compounding begins. This is where the exponential curve starts. This first reinvestment is crucial. Rockefeller reinvested religiously. Every dividend, every interest payment, every bit of passive income went back into more assets. Your action step. Set up automatic reinvestment if possible. Make reinvesting automatic so you can't cheat. Step 6. Add regularly and consistently. Don't just make one investment and stop. Add to it regularly. Every month, every paycheck, consistently. This is dollar cost averaging. This is systematic wealth building. This is how small amounts compound into massive wealth. Set up automatic monthly investments, $100 per month, or $500, or whatever you can afford. But make it automatic. Make it consistent. Rockefeller added capital consistently, month after month, year after year. He never stopped. Even after he was wealthy, he kept investing. Your action step: set up automatic monthly investments. Make wealth building systematic and inevitable. Step 7. Track and measure your progress. What gets measured gets managed. Track your passive income. Watch it grow. Celebrate milestones. When you hit $100 per month in passive income, celebrate. When you hit $500, celebrate bigger. When you hit your monthly expenses, you've achieved financial freedom. Tracking keeps you motivated. It shows progress. It reminds you that the system is working. Rockefeller tracked everything obsessively. He knew exactly how much passive income each asset generated. He measured, he adjusted, he optimized. Your action step: create a simple spreadsheet. Track your passive income monthly. Watch it grow. Step 8. Scale and diversify. Once you've built your first passive income stream and it's generating consistent income, it's time to add a second stream. Maybe you started with dividend stocks. Now add real estate crowdfunding, or start an online business. Build a second stream, then a third, then a fourth. Keep diversifying, keep building, keep scaling. Rockefeller had dozens of passive income streams, multiple businesses, multiple properties, multiple investments, diversified and protected. Your action step: after successfully building your first stream for 1 year, start building your second stream. This is the system. 8 steps, simple but powerful. Not complicated, just disciplined and consistent. Poor people never start, or they start and quit, or they start without a system and fail. Rich people follow a system. They start. They stay consistent. They let compounding work. They build wealth systematically. You now have the system. The same system Rockefeller used, adapted for today. The question is, will you follow it? Remember, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today, right now, this moment. Don't wait. Don't make excuses. Don't put it off. Start building your first passive income stream today. Your financial freedom is waiting, but you have to take action. Your passive income future starts now. My friend, we've covered a lot. Let's bring it all together. Passive income isn't a fantasy. It's not a scam. It's not reserved for the wealthy elite. It's a system, a proven system that Rockefeller used to build the greatest fortune in American history. The same system you can use starting today. You've learned that passive income is money earned without trading time. Income from assets, not labor. Cash flow that continues whether you work or not. You've learned the 5 types of passive income assets: business ownership, real estate, lending, intellectual property, commission systems. You've learned the power of compound passive income, how reinvesting passive income creates exponential growth, how small streams become rivers of wealth. You've learned the mistakes that destroy passive income: spending instead of reinvesting, buying liabilities instead of assets, trying to get rich quick, giving up too soon. And you've learned the step-by-step system to build your first passive income stream, from foundation to first investment to scaling multiple streams. You have everything you need: the knowledge, the system, the strategy. The only question remaining is, will you take action? Because here's the truth, my friend. Everything I've shared is worthless without action. Knowledge without implementation changes nothing. Understanding without execution keeps you exactly where you are. You can listen to this audiobook 100 times. You can agree with every word. You can nod your head and say, "This makes perfect sense." But if you don't take action, you'll stay dependent on active income forever. You'll stay trapped in the cycle of trading time for money. You'll work until you retire, then hope your savings last. Or you can choose differently. You can choose the path Rockefeller chose. You can start building passive income today. You can take the first step toward financial freedom. It won't be easy. Building passive income requires discipline, patience, delayed gratification, consistent action over years. The first passive income will be small, maybe $20 per month, maybe $50. It won't seem like much. You'll be tempted to give up, to decide it's not worth it. But if you push through, if you keep building, if you keep reinvesting, if you let compounding work its magic, something extraordinary happens. The small streams become bigger streams. Multiple streams become rivers. Rivers become floods of cash flow. And one day, you wake up financially free. Your passive income exceeds your expenses. You don't have to work anymore. You have a choice. Your time is your own. You've achieved what most people only dream about. This is what Rockefeller built. This is what's available to you. This is your future if you choose it. So here's what I need you to do right now. First, commit. Make a decision right now that you're going to build passive income, that you're going to follow the system, that you're going to take action no matter what. Say it out loud. I commit to building passive income. I commit to achieving financial freedom. I commit to taking action starting today. Second, choose your first passive income vehicle. What will you build first? Dividend stocks? Real estate crowdfunding? An online business? Choose one right now. Third, take the first action within 24 hours. Not next week, not next month, within 24 hours. Open an investment account. Research your first stock. Sign up for a real estate platform. Start planning your online business. Whatever you chose, take the first concrete action within 24 hours. Because if you don't take action within 24 hours, you probably never will. Motivation fades. Urgency disappears. Life gets busy, and you stay trapped. But if you take action within 24 hours, something magical happens. Momentum builds. One action leads to another. Small steps become big results. You join the small percentage of people who actually transform their financial lives. Fourth, if this audiobook provided value, I need you to do 3 things. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. We're building a community of passive income builders, people who refuse to trade time for money forever. People committed to financial freedom. Join us. Share this audiobook with someone who needs to hear it. Someone stuck in the active income trap. Someone who doesn't know there's another way. Send them this link. It could change their life. Drop a comment below. Tell me which passive income vehicle you're going to build first. Tell me what action you're taking within 24 hours. Hold yourself accountable publicly, because accountability matters. Community matters. When you declare your intention publicly, you're far more likely to follow through. Let me tell you something, my friend. I believe in you. I believe you have what it takes to build passive income. I believe you can achieve financial freedom. I believe your life can transform. But my belief isn't enough. You have to believe it too. You have to take action. You have to commit. Rockefeller started with nothing, less than nothing. No advantages, no inheritance, no luck. Just a system and the discipline to follow it. If he could do it, you can do it. If he could build passive income that paid him forever, you can too. If he could achieve financial freedom, so can you. The system is the same. The principles are proven. The path is clear. The only variable is you, your commitment, your action, your discipline, your consistency. So choose, right now, in this moment. Choose to stay dependent on active income, trading time for money until you retire broke. Or choose to build passive income, creating assets that pay you forever. Choose to stay trapped in the 9-to-5 grind, working for someone else's dreams. Or choose to build your own passive income empire, achieving freedom and control. Choose to play it safe and stay poor. Or choose to take calculated action and build wealth. The choice is yours, but you must choose, because not choosing is choosing. Not taking action is taking action. Action to stay exactly where you are. Rockefeller chose action. He chose to build. He chose freedom. And it transformed his life and created a legacy that lasted generations. You can make the same choice. Starting today. Starting now. Starting this moment. Your passive income future is waiting. Your financial freedom is possible. The assets that pay you forever are ready to be built. But you have to take the first step. You have to make the commitment. You have to take action. So I'm asking you one final time. Are you ready? Are you committed? Are you going to take action within 24 hours? If yes, prove it. Take that first step. Open that account. Make that first investment. Start building that first passive income stream. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They'll never come. Don't wait until you have more money. You'll never have more if you don't start. Don't wait until you know everything. You'll learn by doing. Start now, with what you have, where you are, imperfectly, scared, uncertain, but moving forward. Because action beats perfection. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction. Starting beats waiting. Rockefeller didn't wait. He started. At 16, with almost nothing, imperfectly, but he started. And that decision, that commitment to build passive income, created the greatest fortune in history. Your decision today could create your greatest fortune, your financial freedom, your legacy. Make it count. Thank you for listening, my friend. I believe in your potential. Now go out and build the passive income empire you deserve. Take action within 24 hours. Build assets that pay you forever. Achieve the financial freedom that's waiting for you. This is your moment. Don't waste it. Your passive income journey begins now. Let's build wealth together.